back to the community. Dr. Kemp's on our board of directors, and I can tell you tonight from a board of directors meeting that happened before this one, that unanimously our board stands behind Dr. Kemp. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Amber, what?
Change a little bit what I'm going to say from the beginning. So first of all, I want to say good evening, President Muirhead and the school board. In keeping with UTSC's ongoing request for transparency and accountability to community and open communication, and in accordance with Government Code 54957.1B and 54957.1C, UTSC hereby requests copies of any contract, settlement agreements, or any other documents that were finally approved or adopted in tonight's closed session. According to subsection C of this article, documentation shall be available on the next business day following the meeting in which the action referred to is taken on, or in the case of substantial amendments, wherein any necessary retyping is complete. So I want to thank the two speakers in the room. I just want to state, as leaders, we can be two things. That is a possibility. George Washington can be a great founding father and then also own slaves. So I hear the comments that were made in terms of individuals that aren't in the room when decisions are being made. I am one of those individuals that are in the room. Decisions are being made. Things like fighting for MERV 13 during COVID. In negotiations, we were laughed at. You want MERV 13? That's hospital grade. Why would we ever get MERV 13 for our schools? And here we are. That's now the standard. So I understand on the peripheral that certain programs do feel supported and things happen for those students, but that's not consistent. In the past 3 board meetings, you've heard staff in the room with students with very similar stories being shared over and over again. And with that, stop.
Amber, can you email me and Jean your request? We make sure that we have that. Thank you. Teddy Duffy, you are up.
Good evening, board. Mr. Gonzalez and Dr. Kemp and Ms. Jean. I'm here to talk to you about C3. As I've been pondering over the last few months, the last time we've had contentiousness on our school board was when I came to the school district, and that was not the first time when I was born, but that was in 1990. We had an administrator, Dr. Bob Carter. It wasn't long for this district. That's how Jim got on the board. That's how Andy got on the, no, you weren't there. Jim is the only one that got on the board that time. Hey, easy. Well, I'm the old woman in the classroom. And our faculties rallied around the fact that it wasn't good for our district. What happened next was we got the whole board recalled because they weren't listening. They weren't listening. We were trying to get them to listen and they didn't. So we just got rid of them because it's easy to do a recall when people are not happy. We picketed up and down El Camino. I don't know if you guys remember that. You might not have been living here. Jim knows. We went from door to door throughout the entire community more than once. We had call centers. We got it done. Have you had enough? Thank you.
Okay, is there anyone else in the room who wishes to speak tonight? Okay. then we're closing public comment in the room, and we're going to go out to the Zoom for public comment. So I will turn it over.
Good evening.
Blinking on your name, Tracy. We'll turn it over to Tracy to manage the public comment.
Good evening. For the members of the public that would like to speak, please raise your hand and speak in the Zoom webinar. We will call on you in the order that your hands were raised in the Zoom webinar. There will be a 2-minute timer on the screen, similar to the one that we have in the boardroom, to help you moderate your comments. In order to ensure equitable speaking time, we'll have to move on to the next comment after 2 minutes. Our first speaker is Lynn Brill. We will prompt you to speak and you will be unmuted. If you would like to finish any comments after the 2 minutes, you can send it in writing to public comment at usd.net, and the board would love to hear your comments. That's great. We're going to move on to our next public comment. I apologize. We're having some trouble with the interface. It's not responding when I encourage them to. Are you able to unmute over there? On this laptop, it's not responding.
All right, give me 1 second.
President, you have while they're working on that, is there a file for those people that are giving written comment?
There is your email in the,
Okay, this is Lynn. There we are. I have not addressed this board for quite some time. I recently sustained a brain injury and I've been instructed to rest and avoid stress. So I'm here tonight against doctor's orders. Can you hear me?
I'm gonna just here.
Okay, but I felt the need to come and speak up tonight. I've been rather out of touch, and when I received word of the things that were going on, I felt like I had an ethical and a professional obligation to stand up and speak in support of Dr. Kemp, who I have, as CSEA president, I have worked with her as a partner alongside of her, and I feel that nothing's been perfect, and I'm not going to say it was, but I feel like she's moving our district forward. It's concerning to me that if a decision that I heard through a rumor, and if this rumor is true, I'm upset
Yes,
also that, hello?
We can hear you.
go ahead, Lynn.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm wasting my time saying hello, hello. I'm concerned if the rumors I'm hearing are true because it indicates that at least one board member is talking about things that are for closed session, and that would be a violation, not only unethical, but a violation of the Brown Act. And my biggest concern is that an important decision is being made for our district with no input from CSEA, none. How can a matter that affects the entire district be made without talking to half of the employees, the majority of whom live in our community and whose children attend our schools? That's disrespectful to us and sends a message that not only do our voices not matter, they don't even want to be heard. I hear talk about the Santa Clara way. I certainly hope that this is not what our way has become and the way we are going to act moving forward. I could have coordinated more CSA members to speak on this, but out of respect for everyone's time, including yours, I'm here alone sharing. Sharing these points. I hope that you hear them, and as you go into closed session, keep these points in mind.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
I want to go to disable talking. Just one moment, I apologize.
All right, guys, be quiet. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Hello, trustees, community members, and staff. My name is Steve Neese, and I have the privilege of managing community and business partnerships for our wonderful district. I'm giving comment tonight on agenda item C.3, performance evaluation of the superintendent. I wanted to add something I thought might not be reflected in the evaluation regarding partnerships specifically. Over the last 3 years, Dr. Kemp has championed and supported me through efforts to significantly expand partnerships with both community and business partners. Still, those efforts were derailed due to pandemic lingering complications. Our business community and our nonprofit partners were unable to move forward with some big ideas and high hopes. However, I have exciting news, and that is with the pandemic in our rearview mirror, we're going to be able to move back forward. And under direction of Dr. Kemp and our secondary education team, myself, Silicon Valley Central Chamber of Commerce, and longtime business and community partners, we are excited to lay the groundwork for efforts that are going to have state and national implications, specifically around work-based learning opportunities to address labor shortages. And in fact, the governor's May revision of the 22-23 California state budget is an example of such an investment we're hoping comes down the pipeline very soon. The revision outlines an investment that will drive California's economic strength to provide more than $2 billion to link students to meaningful high school experiences that combine classroom and career-based learning and smooth the transition from post-secondary education and connect them with good jobs that help meet the state's high growth needs. With Dr. Kemp helping us to lead the way, I am confident that Santa Clara Unified School District, our students and staff will be able to take advantage of the well-positioned place we have put ourselves in over the last 3 years. Thank you all. Have a wonderful night.
Okay, next up is Christian. You are able to unmute, please.
Hello, Board of Trustees. Thank you for allowing me the time to speak. My name is Christian Palekia, and I am the chair of the board for the Silicon Valley Central Chamber of Commerce. I'd like to make a few comments about Dr. Stella Kemp's evaluation. I am a former high school biology teacher with the New York City Board of Education. Now I am vice president of a business here in Santa Clara. Although I left teaching some time ago, I have always stayed involved with education, donating my time, effort, and money to educational initiatives. 2 years ago, I was nominated as vice chair for the board of the chamber, and I immediately knew what I wanted to focus on as chair, and that is workforce development, which is probably one of the most important topics of this generation. My first meeting as vice chair was with Dr. Kemp. I told her what my focus was, and I asked her if she would partner with me. She enthusiastically agreed, as this initiative was perfectly in line with the school district's 2035 plan. In the last 2 years, Dr. Kemp was vital in helping to form the Santa Clara Workforce Development Committee, which to date has over 45 businesses and nonprofits as members. She and I were also successful in establishing the Silicon Valley Works Foundation. In fact, we just received our 501c3 status from the IRS a couple of months ago. After working with Dr. Stella Kemp for the last 2 years, I've come to learn that she is a very smart and able person who can be tenacious and headstrong. But that's exactly what we needed when we began our work. Mind you, that we were able to accomplish everything I stated during the worst times of the pandemic, and we couldn't have done it without her help. In turn, I asked the board to consider my statements during your evaluation. Thank you.
Okay, next up is Nicole. I'm asking you to unmute.
Good evening, Santa Clara Valley. Good evening, Santa Clara USD Board of Trustees. My name is Nicole Gearing. I am a board member of the Silicon Valley Central Chamber of Commerce. I've had the privilege of working with Dr. Kemp for the last 2 years on the board and watching her and her amazing accomplishments getting the Workforce Development Committee up and off the ground and the Workforce Development Foundation. She is an extreme asset to the community, having worked on workforce development issues in the construction industry for over 15 years. Workforce development is key priority in all of her initiatives.
All right, thank you, Nicole. Christian, I'm going to ask you if you would like to go ahead and begin. Okay, thank you. They are bouncing around a little bit. Sadie, I'm going to prompt you to unmute.
Good evening, trustees and CSU SD staff. I'm here to speak on behalf of Stella Kemp. My name is Sadie Robinson, and I work for Santa Clara Community Day School. We're a school that is usually isolated and has been isolated for the past 3 years. Since Stella Kemp has arrived, she has involved herself more in making sure that we are part of the school because we meet the needs of the neediest students that would most likely drop out. We have had the privilege of retired staff members and retired board members who volunteer at our school and are constantly giving more to our students. And I'm here just to speak as behalf of an educator that we are not alone, that regardless of what her job is, that she has been a leader in the eyes that I have seen. I have been teaching for 22 years, and most people have ignored a school that doesn't exist or meets a small amount of numbers. But because of her, there have been so many changes and support from the curriculum department, such as Lori King, all the staff that works at the district office that has met the needs of our students because of the COVID and the pandemic. We have struggled so much, but we have also we will be graduating many more students that would have otherwise dropped out. And I just want to say that Dr. Stella Kemp has been the supporter of our school that would most likely be ignored because nobody really knows where we exist. Nobody has visited us in the last 3 years, but this year, Stella Kemp, the Director of Special Ed Services, Dr. Brenda Carrillo has arrived, and they have made changes for our students because we are looking into the future. We all know that being a superintendent has a great responsibility and a great amount of stress. We can't make everybody happy, but we can make move. Now, we all know that transition requires us being able to be flexible, to work together, to be team members, and to stick together. We are here to support her, continuing the vision, because without us, nothing exists. And without each other, having each other's back, we will not be able to move forward. Even though our students are the main stakeholders, we are part of that unity. So I just want to thank you.
Thank you, Sadie. Up next is Sarah. You should be prompted to unmute.
Hello, everyone. This is Sarah Smith from Mission Early College High School. I'm referencing item C3, the evaluation of superintendent. I anticipate that you are facing a negative evaluation of Stella because she is actually changing things and actually attempting to make the vision of 2035 happen. That is likely scaring the heck out of people who have staked their personal careers and personhood on a house of cards that was only good for them and not for students. Change is hard. I know that. But we must go through the process of change to achieve the vision that you tasked Stella Kemp with making and executing. I am not sure where you are actually going with this potential decision and what you hope to achieve with it. As I walked through my garden this evening, I kept on asking myself, what are they trying to achieve with this? What will this gain, and what will be the consequences of where this seems to be headed? All I could come up with is that this potential decision, if it is against Stella, is likely from a place of fear of change and an inability to cope with the uncertainty of not having had all of your political ducks lined up neatly in a row. If you are looking for someone to return to the quote Santa Clara way, you are mistaken, as that is what got us into this global cultural crisis that we are currently facing within Santa Clara Unified. I implore you to think rationally about what you are facing and consider that this decision should not be made solely on the perceptions of one elementary group of parents and people, but in consideration to the health, vitality, and welfare of the entire district. Stella is the right person to lead us through the hard times of change and into our vision of 2035. Thank you.
Disable talking. There. Stupid thing. Okay. We should have, we're on the MacBook. Nobody's raising their hand. You can say that was the last public comment. I don't. Am I talking? Estrella, you should be muted, prompted to unmute, and please give your comment. Lot of talk. I don't want to promote her to panelist. The older version of Zoom. It's saying allow to talk. Estrella, it looks like you have an older version of Zoom. If you would like to call, you can call right now, or you can send your comments to public comments at susd.net. Thank you.
You have access to the slide that tells you what number to call. Yes.
Can you put the slide up? You put the slide up. We'll be moving on to Anne. Please see the prompt for allowing you to talk.
Good evening, Santa Clara. This is Ann Cummins Bogan. I hope you can hear me. I am checking in with you this evening regarding the decision or the conversation, I guess, related to Stella's evaluation. I am a little surprised at some of the phone calls that I was receiving from concerned employees about a sense that things were spiraling a little out of control. I was in Santa Clara on March 30th for a retreat where we gathered positive feedback from members of all of our key stakeholder groups. So this comes as a surprise, but I thought that I would offer a few words about the experiences that I've had in supporting labor management collaboration in Santa Clara. We miss the days of being down in San Diego where we could build relationships in person, but I can tell you that I have been in meetings, several meetings with stakeholder groups in the district where I listen and watch one another share perspectives, build trust, strengthen relationships. I think the other pieces of labor management collaboration that is not often seen is the green light that I've been given to support over 7 schools this year working side by side with principals, support staff, teachers as they clarify their goals for students, increase levels of collaboration, build trust, and stay focused on the needs of students in what can only be described as one of the greatest challenges of public education with this global pandemic. I implore that this board consider a collaborative process where there's opportunities to seek input and information from a multitude of stakeholders, because I'm not sure that the full picture is understood. So thank you for the opportunity to speak.
Thank you for your comment. Our next speaker should be prompted to unmute, Ms. Wysocki. Ms. Wysocki, you should be prompted to unmute.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
So this is Margie Wysocki, UTSC Vice President, but I'm calling to you as a teacher because as much as our speakers would like us to believe the pandemic is behind us, I was COVID positive as of yesterday, which means I am likely not going to spend the last 10 days of the school year with my students. This is not behind us. It is interesting to me that we have all these speakers who now come to the board when for the last 3 school board meetings, we have people, you have had teachers, you have sites, not one, multiple sites, multiple teachers telling you their perspective of what's going on in this district. This is a little ridiculous that all of a sudden these people, many of whom who are not in our school district, are now coming to the school board on this evening of a short set special meeting. You have heard from your teachers. The fact that CSEA has not come to talk to you is not a result of our teachers. That's a result of CSEA. You know what to do. You know what the right thing to do is. You have heard from your teachers and you know what the right thing to do is. Thank you.
Thank you for your comment. Our next speaker is Anna Vargas Smith. Anna, you should be prompted to unmute and you can begin your comment.
Good evening, everyone. I hope everyone's doing well. I just wanted to commend Dr. Kemp on her leadership in the district throughout these 2 very difficult years of COVID. I'd never seen anything like it. And it really required a lot of persistence and patience and many stakeholders to juggle. And that in itself was pretty amazing. But what is more surprising is that she has a deep commitment to other community groups, other boards that she volunteers for that also have deep roots in Santa Clara. So I don't know how she does it all every day, but there are some great programs that the Chamber is now launching. It's called Workforce Development. Very excited about that. Opportunities for students to engage with the businesses around them and learn valuable skills as they prepare for college. And another program that's been around probably 30 years is through the Santa Clara Rotary Club, and that is with Steps for Success. Great program giving shoes to underserved children, and also Christmas for Kids, another great program that gives toys and a coat and some books to children who may not have that during Christmas. I think she has great leadership skills and a big heart, and I just wanted to make sure everybody understood how much work she does in the community. Thank you for listening to me.
Thank you for your comment, Ms. Vargas Smith. Our next speaker is Alma Johannes. You should be prompted to unmute. Alma, it looks like you have an older version of Zoom. We'll put the public comment on the screen. You could call into 669-900-9128 or send your comment to public-comment@susd.net, and I'm sure the board will want to hear. Estrella, we'll see if this will work for you. We're going to prompt you to unmute.
Good evening.
Good evening. We can hear you.
Thank you. My name is Estrella Tovar. I'm vice principal at New Valley High School. And today I'm here to reference C.3. My experience with Dr. Kemp has been very positive. She has supported our school in all the process that we have been working on through the past 2 years. I feel that it's very important to consider all the factors because we have been going through very difficult times. And not everything is going to be perfect, and we're not all going to get what we want. But my students at New Valley High School, I've been there for the past 8 years. For many, many times, I felt they were forgotten. And during this time, since Dr. Kemp has been here at the district with us, I am feeling that we are being supported. And my students are receiving what they need and what they deserve, because they too are students of Santa Clara Unified School District. Thank you.
Thank you, Estrella, for your comment. We'll try, it looks like Alma's back on. We'll see if this goes one more time. Alma, you should be prompted to unmute. Okay. We still are having that older version of Zoom. We'll see if you're calling in on the line. The next commenter will be, that can be unmuted, is telephone ending in 8082. And that's not working. So please do go ahead and send your comment in writing, public-comment@susd.net. And that does look like our last person. Oh, Ian, I see Ian. Excuse me. Our next speaker will be Ian Jackson. Please see the prompt and go ahead with your comment, Ian.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hi, so I'm here to talk about C.3. I've been to the last few board meetings. I only heard about this one very late in the evening. So it's very interesting to me that we have community partners, administrators whose job is highly dependent upon the superintendent, but not teachers talking tonight. CSEA, who up to this point have been completely anonymous, and no one from CSEA has come out and spoken positively about the superintendent until this evening. There's a disconnect, a clear disconnect between what the community is seeing, the outreach, the public profile of the superintendent, and what the teachers are seeing and feeling on the ground in the classroom. The amount of lack of direction that comes from all district committees, whether it be, special ed or the, partnership between teachers and district. The lack of direction that people are reporting, the inability to actually get resources to the classroom. I teach the journalism class at Wilcox High School. We literally were unable to get the software we needed, the podcasting subscription, because of the amount of red tape that everything takes to get through at district office, because nobody has any authority to do anything. Nobody has any direction. And that all stems from the top leadership who aren't giving people the ability to make decisions. The top-down decision-making continues. And if we want to look good to the community and the community partners, I think that's important that we build relationships with them, but it starts in the classroom and it's just not happening right now. Thank you.
Thank you for your comment. And I do not see any other hands raised in the Zoom webinar.
Okay, thank you to all of our speakers. We did close public comment in the room, but I've gotten one more slip. Is the board okay if I take one more speaker in the room?
We kind of like Viola.
Oh, Viola, were you on the Zoom and now you're in person? Okay. So go ahead, you've got your 2 minutes.
We'll restart you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. You all know me.
I think we're good. Yeah.
Hello, hello, hello. All right. All right. Good evening. I really appreciate you guys letting me speak. So as a parent who has had, I'm going to switch up what I was going to say also. As a parent who's had 3 children go through this district over the past 28 years, I had 2 more years left. I'm a little troubled at what I see as a community member and as a parent and what we've dealt with over the past few years. I'm really encouraged and thankful, I'm speaking to C3, for Dr. Kemp's leadership. I really, really, really am. As an African-American, and that's always going to be my perspective and my lens, always. I have never felt hope in this district. Almost as shocked as I was when President Obama won, like shocked. I've never felt hope that things would really change within education for people of color and that we would come to the forefront and that our babies would matter. I never felt that until Stella Kemp came, ever. Having 3 kids go through this district, that's the #1 reason I'm still here, because I refuse to leave my babies unattended. I'm staying here for 2 more years for my last baby. Stella Kemp has brought that to this district for me and probably many others who look like me and who feel like me. People of color, like Estrella Tovar said, who have been marginalized and ignored for decades. So I appreciate Dr. Kemp's efforts. I also was a UTSC rep for 10 years and have many, many teacher friends and colleagues whom I love to this day. That doesn't change. And concerned at the divide and the schism. And I don't like it. And I don't like the division with CSEA either. We need to be able to come together. We need to be able to work together. And we need you guys, forgive me, God, to not be political. We need you to act in the best interest of the babies.
Thank you, Ms. Smith. We're out of time. Gone past your time.
Thank you for hearing me.
Absolutely.
And keep Dr. Kemp.
Okay, thank you to all of our speakers who spoke tonight. The board is now going into closed session where we are going to discuss C.1, Government Code Section 54956.9 D2, conference with legal counsel. C.2, Government Code Section 54957, Public Employee Discipline Dismissal Release. C.3, Public Employee Performance Evaluation of the Superintendent. When we are done, we will come back in here to report back. Thank you. Okay, thank you. The board is back from closed session. This is our May 24th special board meeting. And in closed session, item C.1, I made a mistake in the agenda item, so it was only one item of significant exposure to litigation, not two. And the board discussed this item. Item C.2, the board discussed the item, and C.3, the board discussed the item. I'll take a motion to adjourn.
To adjourn, Rotterman?
Okay, we have a motion from trustee Ratterman and a second from trustee Gonzalez. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, that passes 6-0. We are adjourned for the night at 10:13. Thank you.